The issue is, how could NRM manage to build an army like this with very little resources? If you look at the map of Africa, much of Africa now is in chaos. You can count countries. So here, you find we have been able to build an army with very little resources. You find in some of the places, they can't move because they are waiting for money. Money. But if you don't have money, but you need security, what are you going to do? Why don't you, because we had the same problem here. Between 1971 and 1986, this is 16 years, we had to build an army with no pay. Who was going to pay us? Because the government had been taken over by criminals. They were paying criminals. So if we had sat down and said, we must be paid, who is going to pay you? Orichifucha mtuma. Ngwenri Asia, utumunyarire mbyame. An idiot man was told that the house is on fire, and then he said, prepare the bed for me to sleep. Sleep where? The house is on fire. So, yesterday one of the soldiers I retired is Brigadier Omure, whom we trained in Mozambique in 1976, together with Sare, with Ivan, and others who died. All these and the ones we trained afterwards, even these Tumuines, like the one who died the other day, most of the time, they became soldiers without being paid because we told them, we have no money, but you must defend your country. So all that time, what we needed was a gun, the bullets for it, food, clothes were optional. If they were there, you put them on. If they were not, you go with the back outside. A half-naked man can shoot you and you die. You don't have to put on a suit to kill people. So that's how 16 years, from 1971 to 1986, we were building an army with no pay at all. Then, when we took over government, even then we didn't start paying until 1987. 1987, we started paying low pay. Low pay. And we went on with low pay until I think 2 years ago, when we brought the private to be the same with the primary teacher. Was it 2 years ago or when? 2? 3? So about 3 years ago, all that time were 1971 to 86, army with no pay. From 87 to like 2019, I think, army with low pay. Army without barracks most of the time. With people sleeping in Mama Ingia Pori, the grass-thatched houses. But all that time, we were concentrating on the essential, which was the gun, the bullets for it, the training for the soldiers, the food, the medicine, and also try to use simple ways of how to support our soldiers. Like, for instance, education, free education in secondary schools of the army. The army built secondary schools in Jinja, in Masindi, and Nakasova, and so on. And we are now going to build primary schools in every brigade area so that the children of the soldiers study free. Then we are going to build secondary schools in every division area. That's what General Mbadi was talking about. So that we again, like those fellows say, Enkoko eshondake akera mire. The hen pecks what it can swallow. So we went on with that low pay until 3 years ago when we pushed the private up to the level of the grade 3 teacher. Now recent, and we did nothing for, we did something for the private, but up to captain. But we did nothing for the majors and above. But recently, because the original fighters are retiring now, we decided that no, the time has come to pay well the brigadier and above, because many of them are retiring, so that they retire with a smile and improve 50% the major up to colonel. And in the coming years, we are going to bring up even the private until he gets to a certain level. We are looking at about 1 million shillings per month. That is the target, 1 million or 1.5 million for the private. Now, one of the things I think which confuses people is failure. There is a sheikh here who speaks good Swahili, the one who preaches here. That man speaks very good Swahili. Maybe you can come and help translate for these Swahili ignorant people. Unajua lugha gani za hapa? Lugha za hapa unajua lugha gani?
Mheshimiwa Rais, najua Kiganda na Kinyankole pia.
Oh, very good, very good. Yes. Sasa wakati moja mwalimu alisema fanya mapinduzi ni kama kusonga ugali.
Abategeeza kama fe president nti omuswahili lumu omusajja yayogera nti okukyusa ekintu kyonna kifaanagana ng'okugoya akawunga.
Mwebale mukubira mu ngalo omusheikh. That's what Mwalimu said. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's what Mwalimu said. Mwalimu said making revolution is like okugoya obulo. Ogoya obulo is like, English don't have those words. They don't have okugoya. They call it mingling. That you are mingling. What's that now? Ogoya is okugoya. It's not mingling. But Mariam said, making changes is like what the English is like okugoya obulo to make the because with okugoyo millet you must wait for the water to be at the right temperature. If you do it too early, it will not work. If you do it too late, it will also not work. So you must get the right moment of when to do what. Now, this is what many people don't know. They try to do what should be done tomorrow, they try to do it today. Or they try to do what should have done yesterday but they now want to do it today. Now, that's where the NRM really, I think, managed. Because we do things according to the real situation. We don't engage in wishful thinking. We tell the people the truth. Those Banyankore again have another proverb which says, Okom toguri enshojun kuitegwa. The shape of your head decides on how they shave it. If you have got a big head like this, it must be shaved in a particular way. If you try to shave it in another way, you will cut off the part of the head. So it is that capacity that had enabled us to build the UPDF. So therefore, what Mwalimu said, kufanya mapinduzi ni kama kusonga ugali. Okuleta enkyukakyuka kulinga okugoya obulo. Olina okupima obudde onateekera bagiyita ensaano mu Luganda. What do they call ensaano mu Luganda bagiyita ki? Bagiyita ensaano. No, the flower. Ensaano, bagiyita ensaano. Abaganda bagiyita ensaano nabo. Okay. So that's what the NRM has been doing.